Hi everybody. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to pull it into Statcrunch. Okay, first I'm going to clear out my old Statcrunch. Okay, make sure you have Statcrunch open and just go ahead and push open Statcrunch. Okay, the next thing you want to have is make sure your Excel sheet, first of all, has all the team names, your replicate numbers in consecutive order, your Viva, or whatever paper towel you have. Make sure you have grams here because you want to show the reader what units. Don't have it within the data because then it will cause errors. You always want to have the mass or whatever units is at the top along with your so I'm going to save this to my desktop, and I've already saved it to my desktop, so I just hit desktop and I save, and it's going to say yes, I want to replace it. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Okay, then I'm going to minimize my Statcrunch just a little bit. I'm going to make sure my Statcrunch is empty. Then look at all this paper towel data. I'm just going to pull it over, and I'm going to say load. So look at that. Here's our team, our replicates, our Viva with our grams, our Sparkle with our grams. And notice you actually have those names in your data set. So make sure you have all of that in your data set. Then down here, I have my mean. Well, if I keep this in the mean, then it's going to calculate in my values. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete that. Just push delete, highlight, and delete. Okay, the next thing, we just want to have a t-test because we have two tests, not the ANOVA test. The ANOVA test, if we had a third paper towel, we'd do an ANOVA test. So we could compare all of the three products together. But we just want to do a t-test. So first I'm just going to do a Statcrunch. So summary, I'm going to do columns, and I'm going to put Viva first, and then hold down my control, and I believe on Mac it is command, and just say compute. And there is all of our values. So we have all of our mean values, our variance or standard deviation, our median, our range, our min, and our max for each column. So that's very nice. But we're not done. Now we have to run the t-test. So again, I push stat, I go to t-stats, and I have two samples, Viva and Sparkle. So I'm going to do it with data because I have my data in the chart. So then I press data. Okay, values in sample 1, I'm going to push Viva. Sample 2, I'm going to push Sparkle. Then down here, perform, I want my hypothesis test for the means of 1 and 2. So I'm going to do compute, and lo and behold, there is the answer. So then what I want to do, I have my document that I want to take it to. So whatever document you're going to take it to, make sure that you have it already. So here's the copy of the two charts from Statcrunch into this document. So I'm just going to go back to Statcrunch. Okay, and it says options right here. It says options, copy. Okay, well, I'll copy it. Oh, then it says, oh my gosh, drag the mouse to selected portion of Control A. Okay, so I'm just going to do Control A. Oh my gosh, it picks all of it. Then I'm going to do Control C, or you can just do a copy. Then I'm going to go to my document that I want to copy it in, and I can do a Control V, or I can just do a paste. Okay, then I want to make sure this is nice and neat for everybody. Notice N, I had 11. I want to scoot all this over so I can see the values. You want your reader to be able to see your data very clearly. So you don't want this all scrunched up. I noticed that some of you were just completely making the data all scrunched up in an area, and it's difficult to read your data. You worked hard on your research, so you want to make sure that your data is nice. So straighten all of your data. You can even go up to your charts and redo all of the formatting. So I don't even need Q1 and Q2, so I'm just going to delete that out. I'll just delete my columns. because I don't need it. But I will keep my min and my max and my range and my median, my standard deviation. I'll keep that. And once I have my data looking pretty nice, to go get my other chart. So now I have my data looking really nice. Put a little enter in this area. Go back to my Statcrunch, and again, I can just click in that box, do a Control All, do a Control Copy. Okay, then I can go over to my data that's not bad. So now I have my p-values right here. I have my min and my max. I have my mean. I have all of my information, and now I just have to fill it in. Okay, now what do I want in my results and conclusion? Well, first of all, I have to go and look up my p-value. My p-value is 0.7371. So I'm going to go up here and put in my p-value, 0.7371. And is it greater than or less than my alpha value? So my alpha value, remember, is 0.05. So this one would be greater than my alpha value. So I'm going to accept the null hypothesis. So my null hypothesis probably stated that Bounty and Viva, or Viva and Sparkle, are exactly the same. So I'm going to accept, in my case, the null hypothesis. So I put accept.